welcome. It's Lumpy with Fool's Paradise Fishing, and what we're going to do for today is we're going to go try and do some springer salmon fishing on the Columbia River down by Frenchman's Bar. Pretty popular spot. It's at the mouth, or it's where the Columbia and the Willamette merge, and so it's a pretty popular spot. Been fishing there for a couple days, haven't really caught anything. Lots of sea lion, lots of smelt that ran up to Sandy, came back down, so there's lots of food in the river. But we'll go give it a try, and it's a nice sunny day and it's pretty scenic. So let's get on the river. I can edit it all out.
Okay, you're on. You're live.
So what you're seeing in the background is we just departed from Marine Park, which is next to the old Kaiser shipyard from World War II. And so what you see there in the image is the slipways when the Liberty ships used to come down. After they completed, they would go into the Columbia River and then they would work their way out to the war. So that's the old Kaiser shipyards.
I don't care. Okay. Well, let me get the Jesus stays in there.
That American fish is
American
not bad.
fish.
Next.
And what we're doing now is we're progressing our way downriver, and from the Marine Park you pass under the I-5 bridge, and as you can tell, it's not new. It's a bridge a lift bridge, and it was built around 1915. Additionally, you pass by a lot of the new construction for the city of Vancouver. They've been doing a lot of work, and it looks really great these days. And of course, the sea lions. After you go under the I-5 bridge, you go under the old railroad bridge, was built in 1908. And whereas the I-5 bridge is a lift bridge, this one is on a turntable. And I guess that turntable, from what the history records say, weighs a ton. It weighs a lot, and it was the hardest thing they had to bring in. The other difference you'll see between the I-5 bridge and the railroad bridge is the I-5 bridge is poured concrete, but the railroad bridge is granite blocks, and they were only built like 8 years apart, so you can see there's a big technological change. On the previous day, we were able to go under the railroad bridge while it was being turned for a tug and tow behind us, so it takes about a minute to turn that thing. And as you can see, the Eagles have made a big comeback on the Columbia River. And so what you do when you're fishing on the Columbia River is we got it set up, and we're just using triangle flashes with cut plug herring, seeing what we could catch. And this is as you're approaching Frenchman's Bar, heading downriver. And what we're going to see here is at number 39, or marker 39, is there's an osprey nest on it, and those two osprey, I've been fishing there for 4 or 5 years, and you see the same two every year, so it's pretty cool. We're back to trolling, and we tend to troll downstream when you're fishing for spring salmon. You want to have them get a good look at your cut plug herring, and hopefully they'll take it. One of the interesting things you'll see is all sorts of shipping traffic coming up the Columbia River heading into Portland. And this is actually an old, it's a current missile defense tracking ship called the Pacific Tracker, but its old name was the Beaver State, and it's home ported in Portland, so it's heading back to its home port, not sure what it was doing. So you spend a lot of time running upriver, you troll downriver, run back upriver. That's kind of how it works. And I got a little bit of a closer image on the Pacific Tracker, and it's a missile defense instrumentation ship. It's actually run by the Department of Transportation. We looked it up because we're trying to figure out what the heck that thing was. And I kind of knew what it was based on what was on it. But the interesting thing, the ship was built in 1965. It's been converted multiple times. The last time, 2009, into this ship. So it's run by the Merchant Fleet or Merchant Marine, and it's part of the Department of Transportation. And as you can see on the Garmin, lots of fish. They just weren't biting. Not interested with what we had to offer. And here we go, running back down the river. You run up the river and then you troll down river. Lots of seagulls because there's lots of fish in the river. As we said, the smelt ran up the Sandy and then came back down. There's a park here right at Freshman's Bar that you can go to. So it's a pretty nice place. And as you can see, sea lion. Sea lion. Sea lion. Story of our life. Just some little filler, some slow motion action of the water. Had nothing better to do. We weren't catching. So might as well go film things. And that's pretty much what we did. And as you can see, we had Ranger Rick and Nick the Net hanging out. We usually do a lot of fishing and hunting together, so you'll see those two quite a bit. And now we're heading back to Marine Park with nothing because we didn't catch anything. And so just diving past the railroad bridge. And then, of course, we'll be hitting the I-5 bridge as we go by the city of Vancouver. And like I said before, the city of Vancouver, they figured their story out. They got a really nice looking waterfront area. Portland does theirs down on the Willamette, right downtown, but Vancouver does it right there on the Columbia. And as you can see, the I-5 bridge is a drawbridge, and right now there's all sorts of fighting over it because they want to build a new bridge, but they want to put light rail on it, and nobody wants light rail in Vancouver. So who knows when that bridge will be built. It's over 100 years old, but yeah, so is the Brooklyn Bridge. But as you can see, the poured concrete, and they changed a couple of the trunnions last year. That was a workout. And it also wiped out the bridge. They had it closed for a couple of nights. Mount Hood in the background. Like I said, it was a pretty nice day. And not sure where Gilligan and the skipper is with that boat, but they weren't there. And another look at the old shipyard slipways. I went out with a girl in high school, and her mom worked as an interior communications. Not sure who this guy is, but he had some funky boat. Hey, it's Lumpy. As you can see, it was a tough day out. A lot of fishing, not much catching. And the reason down here in Portland on the Columbia River is because the fun boss for St. Home drug me back to the headquarters because it's birthday season, so everybody's birthday is in March and April. So I need to come back to the mother base so that I could attend everybody's birthday party. Not that I'm mad about it. They're all my lovely kids, so I love them all. But not much catching here on the Columbia. So looking forward to getting back up to Alaska where we can more earnestly catch. This is Lumpy with Fool's Paradise Fishing, where remember it's called fishing, not catching for a reason, and we'll see you on the river.